You have a guy from Florida, Ron DeSantis, who I got in with my endorsement. He was at 3 points. He was nothing. He was not going to win. He was going to lose, and I endorsed him. When they asked him a few years later, are you going to run against the president? He said, I have no comment. I said, that's not supposed to happen. He was dead politically. I endorsed him. He was losing by like 25, 30 points very shortly before the election. When I endorsed him, he went like a rocket ship.
You love that song,
like
huh?
Rocket Man. He went like a rocket. I should call him Rocket Man, but now he's Rocket Man that's crashing.
Whoever puts their hand on the Bible on January 20th every 4 years is the winner.
Okay, but respectfully, you did not clearly answer that question. And if you can't give a yes or no on whether or not Trump lost, then how can...
Of course he lost.
Trump lost the 2020 election.
Of course.
Okay.
Joe Biden's the president.
Now, to me, that means he's running. So I said, that son of a bitch is running. Can you believe it? So that's why I've been particularly hard at him. And fortunately, it's worked because he's crashing. He's like, he doesn't know what happened. He goes home, he says, what happened? What did I do wrong? You know what he did wrong? He ran.
Well, I think even beyond that, the issue is why are you running? Are you running for your personal issues? Or are you running for the American people's issues?
What he did wrong is he should have waited till 28. But I don't know if that would have held water because eventually they would have figured out, you do need some personality if you're going to be a politician, just a little. Some of them don't have too much.
He promised to drain the swamp. It got worse. He did not drain the swamp. He promised to have Mexico pay for a border wall. They did like 50 miles of wall. There's massive expansive still there.
When it comes to Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump fighting, it's the gift that keeps on giving. The latest feud centers around a controversial decision made by the NCAA's selection committee, the 4 teams in this year's college football playoff. Trump, via his social media platform Truth Social, took aim at DeSantis for Florida State being left out. Quote, Florida State was treated very badly by the committee. They became the first Power 5 team to be left out of the college football playoffs. Really bad lobbying effort. Let's blame Ron DeSanctimonious.
What's your reaction? Trump apparently is blaming you for this situation somehow.
Well, so they undefeated conference champion and to be left out in favor of 2 one-loss teams. And not those are good teams. I mean, don't get me wrong.
No,
but Florida State earned that spot. Now, people have said, is there anything you can do? They're actually looking to see, is there anything they can do? I don't know if there is any recourse, but I have set aside $1 million in case there ever is any litigation. I'm not saying that there's going to be. They are looking at it. I don't think that this has spoke well for college football, and we'll see. And, Donald Trump wants to blame me. He also said that he also took Disney's side against us when we stood up for the kids. He also said Cuomo in New York did COVID better than we did, and he attacked me for being pro-life. Maybe that's a reason we should have a debate on your show, Laura. Stop being a keyboard warrior, and let's step up and debate one-on-one. He's had a lot to say about me over the last year. Say it to my face. I'm game.
If you've been living under a rock.
Who will be in the college football playoff for the 2023 season? It is presented by AT&T. The final rankings from the selection committee, the number 1 team in the country is... We're seeing these when you do, and it's Michigan. Who's number 2? We assume it will be the Washington Huskies. And it is indeed. Here's the 3rd team that was taken off and put on the board. Who's number 3? The Texas Longhorns. Let's look now at number 6 and see who's been eliminated and see what the final decision came down to. Who's number 6? The Georgia Bulldogs. Who's number 4? And Alabama returns to the playoff, and so we have another unprecedented situation as Florida State winds up at number 5.
Let's be clear. Hate one candidate, hate the other, hate them both. Doesn't matter. Ron DeSantis doesn't have a say if Florida State gets in, okay? But what strikes me is the term that Trump used, lobbying. What does he know exactly? Of course, there are conflicts of interest as it pertains to the College Football Playoff Committee, but lobbying, especially in politics, means one thing and one thing only: The people deserve to know what exactly is going on behind the scenes. DeSantis, meanwhile, would tweet, "What we learned today is that you can go undefeated and win your conference championship game, but the College Football Playoff Committee will ignore these results." Congratulations to Florida State football on an outstanding season and winning the ACC championship.